calming down. Yeah, I'm so in time.
So guys, welcome once again to this tutorial. So in this video we are going to be learning how to draft this blouse. If that is what you want to watch, then keep on watching this video. Okay, so now the first thing is for you to determine your shoulder line and mark it like so. So now this is my center front. Okay, so I'll just mark my center front line so that you guys will be able to know where the drafting is starting from. So from this point, I will go ahead and mark all my vertical body measurements. Okay, so the first measurement I marked was my shoulder to my chest line,
Let the waves fade, let the chaos.
and then shoulder to bust point, shoulder to under bust, shoulder to my half length, and the full length of the blouse. So I'll just go ahead and connect all these lines that I've mentioned like so.
Need to race this moment. Here is my safe space. The world can wait, won't wear the crown. Just me in peace, I'm calming down. I'm calming down. I'm calming down. Yeah, I'm so in time. Feel the rhythm settle in.
So guys, I'll go ahead and label all the lines so that you guys can be able to see it. So just like I told you guys, the first one is the chest line, the second line is the bust point, the third one is the under bust, and the fourth one is the half length. So now the last line is the full length of my blouse. So okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is to mark my shoulder divided into two, but before then I'll go ahead and mark my neck width of 3 inches, and then from the shoulder divided into two, I'll snap my shoulder down by 1 inch and I'll connect it like so. So now I'll go ahead and mark my basic neckline, that's the depth for the neck. I'm just going to mark 3 inches. Okay, so with my French curve I'll go ahead and connect it.
I'm calming down. I'm calming down now.
So now on the chest line, I'm going to divide my shoulder measurement into two again. That is your shoulder measurement divided into two, and then I'll go ahead and connect it to the shoulder line with a straight line. Okay, just like this.
I'm calming down. No need to fight, no need to race.
So now I'll go to the half length and I'll mark my nipple to nipple divided into two. That is the bust span. You divide your bust span into two and you connect a straight line from the bust point to the full length of the blouse.
In my mind, let the waves fade, let the chaos drown. I'm calming down.
So now on the side, I'm going to be on the side on the under bust. I'll go ahead and mark my dart of 0.75. okay, and I'll connect a straight line from the under bust. Okay, you have to mark it from the under bust and you take it down to the full length of the blouse. So on the other side, on the side I'll mark 1 inch. Okay, so this actually depends on how busty the person is, but 1 inch is okay for a bust 35. Okay, so you guys know that I mark 7.5 at the other side and 1 inch. This is because we do more tightening at the other side than at the side to the front piece. Okay, so from here you come in by 1 inch to 1.5. so we are trying to shift this dark leg to another place, so I'll go ahead and connect it back to this dark leg like so. So now, and I'll connect the second dark leg. This is just the way to get the shape we have at the half length. Okay, so now I'm eliminating this dart leg, the first one I last drew. I'm no longer using it, as I'm now going to maintain this new one that I have drafted. Sure you guys get. Okay, so these ones I'm cancelling now. I'm no longer using it. Okay, so we are focusing on the ones that I didn't cancel. Okay, so now let's continue with our drafting. So now with my French curve, I'll just connect this back to the under bust. Okay, slightly like so, and I'll do the same for this side as well. So now after this, the next thing that we're going to do now is for us to mark our overbust tightening. Okay, and to do that I'm going to extend this dart leg, that's the center dart leg, upward. But before then, from my chest line I'm going to go up by 1.5. okay, that is how high I want it to be at that point. Okay, don't go too high so that it will come out looking beautiful. Okay, so now after going up, you determine your neckline. Okay, determine where you want the neck depth to be. It can be your bust point or under bust, depending on the style that you are making. Okay, so now I marked 0.5 for my overbust tightening, and I'll just connect it back to the nipple point like so. So now on this side I'm going to mark 0.75 because we are doing more tightening at that side so that it can hold the bust much firm at that point. So I'll just go ahead and connect it like so. So now you determine your neck depth just like I told you guys. Okay, so you determine your neck depth, but for me I'll be maintaining the chest line. Okay, my neck depth will just be at the chest line like so. So now after this, the next thing for us to talk about is now the armhole. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to find the middle of my armhole and I'm going to come in by 0.75 to create my armhole curve. Okay, as you can see I came in by 0.75, so I'll just connect it. But before then, I'll go ahead and divide my bust circumference measurement by 4 on the chest line. Okay, so now the dart we took out at the over bust, I'm going to return that dart back. Okay, you add it to your bust divided by 4. Okay, so that is just the way it is. So now with my French curve, I will connect it back to the half point at my shoulder line, and from this place I'm going to place my French curve like so and connect it back to the bust divided by 4 plus the over bust tightening we just did. So I'm going to connect it like so for now. So now the next thing for me to find the middle of this line from the end of the shoulder point to that end where I marked bust divided by 4, right? And I'm going to come down by 0.5 like so. Okay, I find the middle and I came down by 0.5. So at this point I'm also cross-checking to make sure that my dart legs, they are of the same height, because if you do not check it, it is going to come out funny and it's not going to be aligning what together. So now after that, you have to position your French curve as well. Okay, I'm still trying to make sure that my dart legs, they are the same height. Okay, because if you make a mistake, it's going to appear like so when you are sewing it. Okay, so now this is the length and they are of the same height. So this is how I'm going to place the French curve, and I'll connect it to that 1/2 inch I marked. at the underarm. So I'll just connect it like so. So I'm just trying to blend it so that there will be no sharp point or edge. So now from that point I'll just connect it like so. So now the next thing for us to do is to divide our under bust circumference measurement by 4, and we add the under bust tightening we just did. That we took out, we are going to be adding it back as well. Okay, so if the number of that you took out maybe is 2 inches, you return it back. Okay, so now on the half length I'm going to do the same thing. Divide it, my half length, that's my round waist, into 4, and I'll return the dart we just took out at that point. So now the upper hip circumference measurement divided into 4 plus the dart we just took out. Okay, so guys, this is basically it. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. This tutorial was actually requested by someone from Facebook, so I decided to share it here. So this tutorial is very interesting, and I noticed that a lot of people really love this tutorial. Like, they were like, wow, they would want to see more. So okay guys, would you want to see the sewing tutorial of this blouse? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. See you guys on my next one. Bye.